Hey, look as it is, Bearstar here. Look at another Marvel Spider-Man video. So currently we're heading to MJ's.
Alright, how am I gonna talk my way onto MJ's couch?
You guys have not seen the last one.
Hi MJ, it's Peter. Any chance I could stay over? Oh, that's too formal.
You guys have not seen the last one. Highly recommended.
MJ! I was just in the neighborhood and... oh, that's lame.
You guys have not seen the first one. That's even more important than watching
Hey,
the last
MJ,
one.
now that we're talking again, I thought maybe... okay, that just sounds pathetic. Why am I making this such a big deal? We're just friends, right? Friends crash on each other's couches all the time. It's not weird or anything. It's just a couch. MJ's couch. What am I thinking? Just got a web alert. Huh. Looks like MJ's story just got published. I think I'll find somewhere else to stay. She's probably busy with work.
Yeah, I think she was still working.
I wish Harry was in town. I could crash with him. Someone left me a voicemail. Number's blocked, though.
Hey there, Spider. Long time no see. Miss me? Come to this address. Catch me if you can.
Uh-oh. I think I know that voice.
I'm not gonna do her DLC yet. I don't think this is her DLC, so this is fine for me to do. Because I'm gonna beat the main game and then go back and play all the DLCs.
Hello, Spider. Been thinking about you a lot lately. We were good together, weren't we? Maybe it's time to reignite the flame.
Is this her DLC?
Black Cat. Don't tell me she's scoping out places to rob. She promised she would give up that life. What was she looking at? Anything look out of place? She wants me to find something. I need to look harder.
I see it.
There. One of her cats. She packs those with range extenders, then harvests nearby RFID signals. I'll let Yuri know to pick it up. Felicia's too smart to be putting herself at risk like this. She must be desperate for some reason. Better keep an eye out.
Complete Black Cat stakeouts around the city to uncover Black Cat's mystery.
Hey Yuri, you still have Black Cat's suit and equipment in the evidence lockup, right?
I think so. Why? Is she back at it?
Maybe. Just double check and let me know if her gear is still there.
Will do.
Okay.
Hey May, you're calling late. What's up?
I thought we were gonna meet up for dinner tonight.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, I forgot. It's been a hard day. We lost funding at the lab.
Oh, Peter, I'm sorry.
I also kinda got evicted from my apartment.
What? Do you have a place to stay tonight?
Actually, no. Not really. I hate to ask, but any chance you have room at the shelter?
Of course. Feel free to use the couch in my office.
Thanks, May.
Best ever.
Hey, so this gang war between the demons and Fisk is really heating up.
I know. Even Shocker's a part of it. Got roped into running jobs for the demons.
These guys are serious. Do they just want to replace Fisk?
That'd be bad enough. Hope it's not something worse.
Probably is, because gangs. just casually jump off
Can't
the
believe I haven't
roof.
slept since the Fisk takedown. Gotta start taking better care of myself.
Are they doing their chess match?
You guys play this late?
I was a long-haul trucker before I lost my lease. Nights when it's quiet. Easy to think.
Not easy enough where you're playing. My late husband snored. I was always up.
Well, it's nice you got company.
Better than nothing. Barely.
Have a good night, you two.
Hey, kid. What are you doing here at this hour?
Just dropping in.
You know.
Coming from inside the building, after Spider-Man and the NYPD had moved in, which lasted much longer than police had hoped. However, once things quieted down, it wasn't long before Fisk himself was seen being escorted out of the building, handcuffed
This
and
is
in
to
custody.
count still.
This marks a big win for police and the first major takedown for Fisk, hoping to end his long-term reign over the city. And as of this morning, most streets have been cleared and
Hey, Peter, thanks for the other day. I'm much better now.
Good to hear.
Oh, nothing over here.
Pete, what's up? Late night, huh?
All too often.
Yeah, I think that's everyone down here.
Weird dream.
Oh, that's just someone talking. Either them themselves, to themselves, or to someone else. Oh wait, no, we're going this way. No, I was going the right way.
You startled me. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're reading. Okay. Was not intentional. Yeah, I know where I'm going now. Your office overlooks everything.
What are you doing here so late?
Oh, I had a little mix-up at my apartment.
On the street, huh? I know the look. You're in the right place. Nothing to be ashamed of.
I know, I hate to take resources from people who need them.
Guess what, pal? Right now, you need them.
You got a point. Thanks, Gloria. Hope May's couch is comfortable.
Of course.
I can't take this.
You can, and you will.
I'll pay you back. Soon.
Just ask for help next time. Oh, you are so much like Ben. You have to learn to swallow that Parker pride and accept that you're human, like the rest of us. Martin.
Sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to let you know I'm headed out of town. You're in charge while I'm gone.
Well, you can count on me. How long will you be away?
Really don't know.
Is everything okay?
It's some personal business I've been planning for a while. But please take care of this place. It represents the best part of me.
Well, I guess I better get busy.
Hope Mr. Lee's okay.
You're not gonna take the coffee?
Are you sure you can spare that money?
Easily. Working here leaves very little time to spend money, and I'm just fine with that.
Hello?
Hey, did you see my story?
I did. Robbie must be pretty happy right now.
Yeah, it kind of went viral. And get this, Mayor Osborn just announced he's going to give Officer Davis an award this afternoon.
Wow. Wait, isn't Osborn's campaign rally this after... Oh, I see what he's doing.
Yeah, we all do. But still a pretty cool moment for Officer Davis and his family. I'll be there covering it. Wanna join me?
Yeah, of course. See you then.
Even if he's being used for
Peter?
political game.
I don't think May's here.
No, she, forgot something.
She's here. I literally just talked to her. So she kinda has to be here.
Getting cold. Better get a blanket.
I'll get through this.
I wonder where Glory is.
Pete? Figured you'd be home in bed.
I wish.
You guys sleep? Probably not.
Oh, sorry I jumped, Peter. I'm used to shelters that aren't as safe.
My fault. Everything's okay.
Those shelters probably have problems with criminals using them.
Peter! I was dreaming. I thought you were my late husband.
In my dreams, maybe.
Hoping to end his long-term reign over the city. And as of this morning,
And I think that's everyone who's going to talk. Honestly, like, no one ever talks. Are you guys have security officers here, maybe? Would make sense with how many people they let in.
It's so humiliating taking money from May. I should head out into the city and try to pay it forward.
Oh, new side missions right here.
Snacky time.
I guess, Howard?
Howard! Long time no see. How's Pidgey doing?
He's a little down today. Misses his cousins. Been a bit of a whirlwind for both of us. Owners of my building rezoned for commercial. We had to move into Feast to get our bearings.
I'm so sorry. New York landlords can really be heartless.
When they kicked me out of my place, they set all my birds loose. Pidgey's the only one who found me. I've been looking everywhere for the rest of them, but with my bad leg and all...
You know what? I'd get around. How about I keep an eye out for him?
Catch pigeons for Howard across the city.
You do that? Oh, thank you. If you have any luck, please give me a call.
Okay, let's head off and do that now. This is normally like, I normally finish this quite early. Except the side quest. Do it.
Jeff. Congrats on the ceremony today.
I'll be glad when it's over. A truck full of armed demons scares me less than public speaking. But I'm calling about something else.
What's up?
Just got a tip that the demons are moving on a Fisk construction site in Midtown. My wife would kill me if I ditched the ceremony prep to play cops and robbers, but I thought maybe my friendly neighborhood partner would want to know.
Understood. I'll do a swing by, let you know what I find. And hey, here's a tip on public speaking. Just picture everyone in their underwear. Wait, not Osborne. You know what? Just never mind.
Dang it.
Okay.
Yeah, you get research tokens. So there's 12, I need 11 more. Also gives me an excuse to do powers.
Peter, I don't want to jinx us, but the lead I'm following might not only get the project back on its feet, but also expand it in ways we never could have imagined. Everything happens for a reason, even Norman pulling our plug.
Really hope this works out. Doc's work is too important to go unfinished. Hey, Howard. Think I found one of Pidgey's cousins. Dusty Gray Flex. Might have just left a stain on my suit.
Clarence. Guy's a little devil, but he's a charmer. Now give him a pat on the head and point him towards me. He'll find his way.
No problem. I'll do the same for any others I find.
Oh, this place.
1034. Officers are taking fire from demons. How cool. Incident is ongoing in the West Village.
Oh, thank goodness we got out of the park. Da-da.
Okay.
2 out of 12. Let's head over here. Until I do this, I don't think I'll be able to see any other pigeons in this area. If there even are any in this area. Yeah, so right now I'm just gonna be focusing on like side things. Until I finish this pigeon side quest, and then after that I'll go back to main story stuff.
Attention all units, active robbery of an armored vehicle. Officers near Nolita, please report.
Outside of the Brooklyn Queens Expressway.
I wanna hit shield guy. So guys, I'm a little annoyed right now. So I have someone who likes turning off the PlayStation. And that's it. That's exactly what happened. Which is annoying. Okay. So it looks like I didn't lose anything. So instead of checking to see if anyone's actively on it, which all that would require is turning on the TV, he just shuts it off, the console, and then waits for someone to get mad at him for doing so.
I should look for more towers to activate.
And then he's like, "What are you playing?" I'm like, "I'm not answering that because you possibly made me lose progress."
It's a fast one.
So.
It is my responsibility to catch that pigeon.
You might have heard about
Okay.
robbery at Roseman's auction house. What you probably didn't hear, but my sources confirm, is that the perpetrators were wearing masks. Horrible, demonic faces. Yet another example of the explosion in mass criminals since Spider-Man came on the scene. Let's hear your thoughts. You're on with J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, I see your point, but Spider-Man stopped those guys today. Saying he's like them because he wears a mask isn't fair. It's like prejudice.
Wrong. Here's a little lesson in the English language, my friend. Prejudice means to prejudge someone before you know anything about them. I know all I need to about Spider-Man. He runs around causing chaos, wearing a mask so he doesn't have to answer for his shenanigans, and a flashy costume so he gets attention to feed his gigantic, insatiable ego. Now, if I'm a mentally unstable person and I see him getting all this coverage, what am I going to do? It's called copycat behavior, people, and it's ruining New York.
Whatever you say, Jonas. Anyway, tower.
All this for little old me?
Spider-Man, the situation's under control.
What is going on, game?
Definitely not loving the demons are targeting me now thing.
Okay. Back to what I was actually doing.
Outside of the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway near...
Okay. This video may be longer because I have to go off of this clip and not the clip before the PlayStation got turned off. So yeah.
All units, immediate backup needed. Demons are firing on police. Location is south of Houston.
Used these electrician's gloves in my first fight with Electro. Gave me the idea to add insulation to my costume, which saved my bacon more than once.
Oh. Okay.
Folks, I have to once again defend myself against the spurious claims from McDonald Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion. Yes, as I fully disclosed, I bankrolled the experiment that gave him superior strength, speed, and that unsightly cyborg tail. The idea was to create an anti-Spider-Man who is not a threat and stops menaces. I had no idea he was crazy. Do you think his resume said psycho with a poisoning fetish? His lawsuit is a transparent attempt to reduce his sentence at the raft by placing the blame for his deeds on me. And that is one package J. Jonah Jameson refuses.
Stops menaces? Okay.
Consolidated shipping. Jeff, I'm here.
What do you see?
Find the rest. The boss wants them dead.
Looks like the demons are moving in on Fisk's territory.
You got this?
I got this. Nap time.
This is a proximity thing, right? Proximity triggered explosive. Cool, so if I place that there. They go there. They won't trace it back to me since it's placed. I mean, they get suspicious when it goes off, but that's about it. How are all three of you safe?
You got what you came for. You don't need to kill us too.
Fisk's territory is ours now.
Not today.
Ooh. Oh, that gun shake.
Hey, Willie.
You.
Nice jumpsuit. Slimming.
Stay out of my business.
Wait, the demons. Who's their leader?
Keep my men alive and maybe I'll tell you.
Saving bad guys from other bad guys. Not how I thought today would go.
I've knocked 75 people off roofs.
Well, I got their attention.
Where's the next rescue target? Oh, here's some.
You two stay here. Wait for the police. Better swing around the outside to look for Fist's men.
Shield guy vanished. I know he got knocked out, but still.
I could have taken him. Sure, sure. Gotta find the survivors fast.
Gosh, stupid stick drift. Oh.
Hey, big guy. Better swing around the outside to look for Fisk's men.
Freaking stick drift. Yep. The freak. Gosh. It's so bad all of a sudden. What the freak is going on, game? It's not gonna affect my gameplay too much. I really don't care if I get spotted. Auto aim is not appreciated.
Hey, big guy.
The freak was that? The annoying thing is, they'll be like hitting somewhere and I'll dodge it and all of a sudden they whip me after I've moved location.
Sleep it off. Hey, big guy.
That was fast.
ain't a snitch.
I'm pressing the right buttons. I don't know what that was about.
You okay?
Yeah.
Wow, that was great aim.
Fisk, your men are safe. Your turn. Who runs the demons?
Maybe he's there. Maybe he isn't. Check the roof.
I've missed these cryptic Fisk talks. Hello again. Oh, come on.
No, 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 no! Go! Did that just happen? Yeah.
I'm getting reports of a helicopter with a wrecking ball.
Yeah, things with the demons got complicated. Sit tight, Yuri. I got that. Please, let me got this.
Gosh, stick drift.
Whoa, rockets!
They don't support Osborne, it seems.
That helicopter is destroying the city.
I know.
You need to bring it down.
I know.
Maybe you could superhero a little faster?
Working on it, Yuri. Call you when it's done.
I got stick drift, which is it has its planes of its own. No, not that. Gosh dang it.
My chance. Hope I live to regret this.
the flight to Newark? Afraid I have to ask you to pull over the helicopter, sir! This is your master plan? Replace Fisk?
Fisk is only the beginning!
One engine down. Now for the second.
And you're stuck there. Just stay put.
The second engine.
Bye bye.
Need a plan. Plan real fast. I guess this is the plan. Come on, Pete. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this.
Luckily, they all dunked.
Please don't screw this up.
These masks are so awesome. Where do you get them?
Oh, cool, thanks. Do they have a website? Yes. Whoops.
He said yes.
Hey, Yuri. I caught the bad guys, but...
But what?
You might want to bring a ladder.
Hey, there's Miles again.
Hey, fanboy.
Second time running into him.
Oh, crap, I'm late. You coming?
Nah, I gotta get to City Hall for my dad's ceremony.
All right. Tell your pops I said congrats.
Sure he knows what that means.
MJ, did they start the ceremony yet?
They're still setting up. Where are you?
Got hung up at work. Be there soon.
Yeah, anyway guys, that will be it for this video. Guys, I've enjoyed. If you did come in, subscribe for more subscribe to my next video. Whatever that one maybe. But guys,